Okay. What's going on, guys? Chris Rudnick here, and today this is going to be a video explaining on how to import cars, because we've had a lot of questions on how do you do this, how do you do that. In this video we're going to explain everything so everyone's on the same page and you guys feel more comfortable buying JDM cars.
Hey guys, this is Roberto from Horsepower Logic and HB Import. We're the ones that brought in Chris's Roadster from Japan, along with a lot of other JDM cars. So from all the questions, we want to kind of make a video to explain the whole process, how it goes from start to finish, what do you have to do as a buyer, what we do for you as a seller, and also after you get the car, if you want to do any performance work to it, what we do at Horsepower Logic and how it all kind of ties together so that you're happy with the final product. With Chris's car as an example, he wasn't looking for the best possible car he could buy. As far as like cosmetics or how it looks, we just wanted a good chassis to start off on and do all the work that we were going to do to it. So in his case, we looked for a car that didn't have the best paint, but was mechanically sound, interior was good, ready to do the project that we ended up doing to it. And
a thing that I wanted out of the car was, I wanted a car that was like really cheap, so I can show you guys that you can import a car that doesn't look that good. It's like it's rust free, but the paint's bad and everything, and like you can turn that bad car into something super awesome for actually cheaper than what you'll actually buy like a super clean low mile car from. So back to Roberto.
A lot of times that is the case, and not even with just cars with paint problems. Like you can even get a base model version of a car. Don't be scared if there's an automatic non-turbo Skyline. It's still a Skyline. You can swap a motor in, you can paint it, you can put wheels on it, you can do all the things that at the end of the day makes a car, and more importantly your car. And just because you don't have that 20,000 plus to buy yourself a GTR, you can buy yourself a 4-door R32 and have fun with it, paint it, enjoy it, wheels, even if it's automatic, do a 5-speed swap, do a turbo swap. There's a million things you can do with cars, and you don't have to start at the top to end up at the top.
In my opinion, I think it's like a lot more fun to like buy like a cheaper car, like let's say like an automatic Skyline with an RB20 in it. You could buy that for a lot cheaper than if it was like standard with a turbo in it and everything like that. And you could really just like make it your own and do all that. And that's kind of like what I wanted to do with that. We didn't do anything crazy like motor swap or anything, but we did end up putting a turbo on it, 2-step, coilovers, wheels and stuff. And at the end of the day, like it was a lot cheaper than buying like a more expensive car. If your budget is low, they still have the cars for you, and that's what we're trying to get out to you guys.
Don't be scared to buy something a little on the cheaper end. I mean, obviously, if you see rust or mechanical issues, for sure.
Yeah, it's bad.
But I'm saying if your dream car is a Sylvia, and you wanted the works, turbo, everything, doing this and that, but you don't have the money for it, but a Sylvia Q's, automatic, non-turbo, you can putt around with that for a year or two until you save up your funds to do a swap. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And I mean, as you see us do here, my Z that everyone is always goes crazy over. A lot of people don't know, but that's actually probably been the ugliest car we've imported.
And as he's talking about this, I'm gonna put like the pictures of what it used to look like and what it looks like now. So sorry to cut you off.
For that car, it went to Japan. It was just this dinky car sitting in a lot. It was sitting outside for a long time, so the paint had faded. But the interior was perfect, underneath the chassis was perfect, no rust, no nothing. So I said, okay, this is the one. This is the project car. Brought it in, tore it apart, turbo swap, 5-speed swap, paint, some goodies, and there we are. I mean, I did that at an accelerated pace because, this is just kind of what we do here. But anyone in their garage, anything like that, there's, you can stretch something like that out for a year or two, whatever. And at the end of the day, you end up with the same product, And we just want to show that's possible. With all the cars we sell. I mean, we import GTRs, but we also import, HCRs, which are going to be your cappuccinos, stuff like that. Sylvia Q's, Fairlady Z's non-turbo, stuff like that. Don't be scared to buy good lower-end cars. You can always do a project and turn it into something that you're comfortable with and you're happy with. And that's pretty much it as far as that goes. I mean, as far as the process for importing, for us it's very simple. You can check out our website, jdmdreamcars.com. There we will always have a section for our current inventory, sold inventory, and coming in inventory. Sold inventory is obviously cars we've sold, so you can get an idea of what they've sold for and what we have sold. Current inventory is what we have right now. That moves around a lot as we sell cars. and then we have future inventory. That's going to be our cars that are coming in from Japan. You're more than welcome to send us emails or call us about those cars. We do take deposits on those cars, and we also do orders. So if you see a car that we've ordered in the past, or that you see on there that you don't see on there, you can give us a call and tell us, hey, I'm looking for this, and we can find it for you. The process is real simple. We just take a deposit, we get your budget, we find a car, put everything together, and at the end of the day, you end up with the car you're looking for.
And take it from me, that's what I did. I talked to Roberto and Jack. I was like, look, I'm really into the right-hand drive, Roadster. This is what I want to do. I don't want something like super, super fancy. I want something in my budget. And that's what they did. It literally, in a couple weeks, they hit me up. They're like, hey, found this car. This is it. I'm like, all right, that's it. Pull the plug. They got it. Everything went smooth. And here we are. So when I first came to Florida and I first met Jack and Roberto, I was talking to Roberto about his car, his 300ZX, and like he took me through like the whole process of like, he showed me all the pictures and everything, and I'm like, you know what, this is really cool for a YouTube video. That's like when I first got the idea on the Roadster, and like I just really liked how like he had everything in stepping. So like he had like a bad painted car, he painted it and he did all that, and like just like the steps in that I think was really awesome.
But it's okay to save a little bit of money up front and start off with something that's not necessarily the best and greatest. I mean, not to say that we don't import that. I mean, we've brought cars through that are just showroom quality, and we'll never stop. I'm not saying the only thing we bring in is that, but that's an option. Especially for your viewers, a little younger, might not have as much money to play with. It's an awesome option to be able to just not spend all that money but still get something.
And if you don't have like, let's say like $7,000, like if you don't have like a lot of money just like sitting around, if you just really, really want a car, they do offer financing, and Roberto can explain that.
Yeah, well, we personally don't do financing, but we have 3 companies that offer financing and have financed our customers in the past, from cheaper cars all the way up to like $30,000 plus GTRs. On our website, jdmdreamcars.com, there's a link for financing. If you go on there, there'll be 3 links for each company. Click on it, and all you got to do is fill out an application. If you get approved, let us know. Let us know what car you're interested in, and we just go from there. Simple as that. And on top of that, we wanted to add to it to touch more on like ordering cars. Ordering cars is a pretty simple process. There's just deposits that need to be made for the car, depending on its value. And you don't have to pay the car up in full until you receive the key. So you only have to pay for a certain amount of the car. Again, values all depend on all the cars and stuff like that, but that's another way we help people to make sure they get the car they want, by not having to pay everything up front. It kind of gives you a little bit of time to save up or do whatever you need while the car is making its voyage from Japan here.
When my car came in, if you guys have been watching the videos, you saw that like we've been working on it nonstop, and just picture that with your car. Like if you guys don't want to go the route I did and you don't want to work on it yourself, they also here at Horsepower Logic, they can import your car, and then you could tell them what you want done to the car and they'll do it for you.
Yeah, and actually at a discount. If you buy a car from HP Import, any work, parts, tuning, labor from Horsepower Logic is actually offered at a discount. The discount varies on obviously what it is, but I mean, if you have a large project in mind, you're going to save a lot of money. We've had a lot of customers do this. We've had cars, come in that immediately had double the value of the car, putting parts on it, and that person saved thousands just by being able to get the discount. So it's a really good way of going if you're looking to have an end game project and you know exactly what you want. Order the car, get the parts, let's do it, done. Super simple.
And I think it's safe to say
it works.
that they know what they're doing, so spit mad flames.
Yeah.
So I hope this video helped you guys, and we just really wanted to make an informative video because once again, a lot of people had a lot of questions because a lot of people were interested in importing cars. We kind of just wanted to share like everything, get everything on the table, make sure everyone's on the same page, and make sure everyone's comfortable with buying either a cheap car or a very expensive car. So
yeah, and like I said, we have a lot of cars coming that might fit into the lower category, so just always check the website out. Our inventory is, we update it once a week, so we always know, you'll know exactly what we have, we don't have, and you'll know what's coming in, more importantly. And just feel free to contact us. There is a contact section, just goes straight to my email. I usually try to respond within a few hours. If I don't, I'm sorry, but nothing to get. But yeah, any questions on any of the cars, any of the process, from You know, it doesn't matter what it is. Feel free to give us a call or, you know, send a message and we'll take care of it.
So with that being said, it was awesome hanging out in Florida, but I've been here for like 2 weeks, so I gotta go. I just want to give one big thank you to HP Logic one more time. HP Import Everything, Jack and Roberto. They really know how to kill it down here, have a good time, and work together. So with that being said, I think this video's over. See you in the next one.